welcome back to another Josei Japanese manga haul. I did use my proxy service DJapan to order from Animate and from Amazon Japan, so all of these are brand new except for one, and I will start with the magazine and then the individual volumes followed by the bundles. So first up is the Lala magazine. This is from June. And this is my first one I have received, and it did get some damage in transport, but this magazine was about $6 and it comes with bonus items, so it is a fantastic deal. I do see the appeal to these. You get such a variety in different series. Some you might be aware of and others you're finding brand new. So it is really cool. I'm definitely intrigued by several of these. There is some full color illustration pages, and I like how they kind of color coded each of the series that they are featuring, so it can make it easier to find if you were flipping through. I absolutely adore that they have school babysitters in this magazine, and the fact that it's still so long running. I think they're at like volume 27 currently in Japan, and we still don't have it in English is just wild. But I am glad that at least I have something that I can look at and feel like I'm supporting that series also. And I don't know if it's just me, but the paper quality almost reminds me a little bit more like a newspaper. And it's decent, and it certainly fulfills for this magazine. I don't expect a super great quality in paper for this type of thing, but I am pleased with it. I do think the value is there. I really wanted this though because the illustration card of Ayana and Yomi with the little teddy bear and the red ribbon of fate from the dark history of the Reincarnated Villainess. And I also got a button from Natsumi's Book of Friends, and it is Natsumi, and he is so handsome. I did buy separately a button that I wanted to guarantee previously. Next, I have volume 6 of Learning to Love My Cat-Like Classmate, and this series is absolutely wonderful, easily a top favorite. I could keep rereading it over and over again. And it is about our male lead Seno, who is tasked by a teacher to keep his classmate Neko awake since she's always sleeping. They end up building a friendship over shared interest and slowly are developing feelings for one another. But they are very awkward teenagers since Neko has kept to herself a lot, and Seno does not have confidence, and he's very shy and anxious and wants to make friends. But don't let that fool you, because he is very cool when it counts. So it's very wholesome with sweet life lessons, and it did come with this adorable illustration card. Hana-kun Can't Live Without Me, Volume 4. And this series has a yandere male lead that may be willing to hurt our female lead, and some sensitive topics do come up, and it is around our female lead who is very overworked and happens to meet the male lead at a low point in her life. And from there they end up living together, and she finds out that he's not what he appears, but she doesn't want to be alone either. So I really like their dynamic, and I find the male lead absolutely fascinating in his deep psychological conflict, so this may be a deadly romance. And it did come with this little illustration of some sketches, probably from earlier on. Volumes 1 to 3 of Watch Out for Watarase. The third volume is by far my favorite so far. It is absolutely gorgeous. This story is about Nanoka, who is 18 years old and comes from a small town, and she wants a romance that is going to sweep her off of her feet. So she moves to Tokyo in with her brother, except he doesn't warn her ahead of time that he has a roommate of his comedian partner, Watarase, which is a trashy guy, particularly with women. So Nanoka knows right from the start that this is not the kind of guy that she wants to be involved with, but she can't help but pay attention to him now and see him for who he really is and how much talent he has. And they end up being so comfortable with each other, and there is so much swooning in this series. They have a fantastic dynamic, and I love that she is just breaking down his walls and he can just relax and not have any worries with her. So even though Watarase Junta has always been a very charming and flirty man, he is actually becoming sincere with Nanoka, and we see the progression in him rather quickly. It definitely falls in line with She Fell First, He Fell Harder, and this is on the K-Manga app if you do want to check it out there. And just a heads up, it does have a second male lead, although I do like him. Welcome back, First Love, volumes 1 to 6. It is an ongoing series, and this story starts off with our female lead at a class reunion, all alone in the corner getting drunk, and the male lead goes to her and rekindles their friendship that they had very briefly in high school. They were both loners, except he was a delinquent. But they still became such good friends in a short amount of time, and the male lead ends up moving away rather suddenly, so they did not have any goodbyes, and I think that they both held on to those special memories together. Although I believe with the male lead, he did it intentionally to become worthy of her. So I really like the contrast between the present and the past, and how it's intertwining and how much deeper the story is getting. It does have a good amount of physical contact and some intimacy by the end of volume 6. It does cross over too with office romance and then top it with that ex-delinquent. It's a great combination, and volume 6 came with a little comic. Takasugi-san from the sales department is bad for the heart, and it was volume 3 that I needed to buy pre-owned because I wanted to be caught up on the volumes. This is an office romance and seems very wholesome, slice of life, so it just seems like something that would be very appealing for me. We have a male lead who does seem pretty stern, most of the time very calm, but yet can be kind. I do like the way he looks at the female lead as time progresses, and, getting little glimpses of him smiling. Our female lead seems pretty clumsy and fairly plain. She certainly has a lot more expressions and becomes flustered quite easily. I do want to say how much I like our male lead's haircut. This kind of good boy, bowl cut-ish kind of haircut makes it so much more appealing, and just waiting for the day to see his hair in a different style. The opposite can be such a treat. Last but not least is That Time I Bought a Great Wizard in Hopes of Becoming a Runaway, volumes 1 to 8. This is still ongoing. Unfortunately, I did have a little bit of damage, but that's okay. This is from Kotoko, which also is the mangaka for In Another World, My Sister Stole My Name, Trapped by His Love, The Duke's Unexpected Bride, or I Was Reincarnated as the Heroine on the Verge of a Bad Ending, along with many others. This is a fantasy romance around Giselle, who ends up wanting to buy someone to help protect her from her family plans. And she ends up purchasing the very arrogant Elvis, who has a curse placed upon him that she wants to help him break. And as his curse breaks piece by piece, so does his physical stature and magical prowess. Our male lead starts off more as a tsundere and then goes more yandere. Of course, these are all titles I hope to see come in English, but let me know if any of them appeal to you. Thank you for watching. Till next time, take care.